Welcome back to Making Frugal Fun. I'm Shannon and I share our family's debt-free journey to pay off over $500,000 of debt and all the frugal things we do to get there faster. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss anything. It has been 3.5 years since we started Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University, and we made our first debt payment on June 22nd of 2019. The first 6 months of our journey were just getting caught up, figuring out how to budget, selling things, moving to a smaller house, all of that fun stuff. Since beginning, we have paid off $529,512.94. And that may seem like a crazy amount to you, and it still does to me, actually. We have 34,000 student loans left. We are so close. It's crazy to me, actually, because that was our largest debt, $400K student loans. To see it at 34,000, that alone makes me just so happy. We have about 130,000 of business debt left. It's deferred because of COVID still, so we just haven't been making any payments on that. And unfortunately, it is earning interest, unlike the student loans. You'd think we'd switch them, but we're just so close to paying off the student loans. I'd rather just attack it, as Dave Ramsey's debt snowball suggests. Get it done, just have that great feeling of having no student loans, and then switch to tackling the business debt. And I know I said this in my previous videos, but I was scared about having a huge tax bill, and although we had $30,000 saved for impending taxes, that wasn't enough. Yes, it was not enough. So we do have a little bit of taxes to clean up first before we finish up the student loans, which is fine. Everything's gonna be okay. We will get there. I did at first, I let it get to me, and I was like, what's the point? This is never gonna work. This is never gonna happen. In case you think this journey has been 100% positivity and smiles, it is definitely not. It's hard to push through hurdles like this, but it's just another hurdle. We have the one goal in mind, and that's to be debt-free, and we're going after it. So the crazy amazing thing is that 2021, because we have such a huge tax bill, you can also infer that 2021 was our biggest income year yet, ever, of all time. It was insane. My blog, after expenses and everything, I brought home over $200,000 as a blogger, influencer, content creator, and that probably sounds crazy to you too. And I've been blogging now for 5 years, and I am very aware that I am so blessed. This opportunity is insane. This is much more than I ever made as a podiatrist, personally as a podiatrist, and I get to stay home with my kids. And that was a huge thing. I had so much resentment towards my career because immediately I had babies. I wanted to stay home. I just did. And I had all this debt, which is why I would never tell anyone to go into debt, even to go to med school, because you just don't know how you're gonna feel when later. And then you have all this debt, you want to stay home with your kids, but now you have all this debt, and it caused me a lot of depression, anxiety, just a lot of problems. But I definitely realize I'm very blessed by this opportunity, and I have you guys to thank. Following me on social media, visiting my blog, and the success of my printable meal planners is because of you guys, and I am so grateful, so thankful. Just being here watching this video, it's so humbling and amazing. Thank you so much. That entire income from the blog went to debt because we already were living so frugally. We didn't need that money to live, so it was able to all go to debt. And so to that, I want to say to you, if you're thinking, yeah, I know it'd be so easy if I made all this money, just start, because you never know. I could have never imagined this. I have created my dream job, and it's helping us get out of debt faster than I could have ever hoped, prayed, or dreamed for. But this never would have happened if I hadn't just started the process of figuring out how to budget. If me and my husband hadn't gotten together, worked as a team, learned to budget, learned to live on less than $3,000 a month, where we were spending, over $10,000 a month at one point, going further and further into debt. Once that happened, I truly believe God said, okay, you did this, let's present you with some opportunities here to make more money. And it wasn't until we got control of our expenses that we could finally start making more because God trusted us to be able to manage more money. So we will clear the tax bill, we'll clear the student loans, and then save for a house, and it'll all come together. I originally was hoping the student loans would be done by summer, but because of the taxes, it might be a few more months, like maybe August, September. So even though there's been a lot of hurdles that have changed our timeline, I really think we could be done with all of this by Christmas. Who knows? Or it might take 3 or 4 more months past that, but it doesn't really matter because we're gonna get there. And that gives me a lot of peace, just knowing like it's gonna happen, like you're going in the right direction. And I've honestly been able to enjoy a lot more peace in the journey lately, just trying to love where we're at. Also with the crazy housing market, like it was a huge goal to buy a house, but I'm not really in any rush with the way things are right now anymore. So I'm just like, let's get out of debt, save as much money as we can, and God will work everything else out. Okay, so maybe May is the first month you're ever gonna start a budget. Let's talk about some May budget busters that I don't want you to forget. Mother's Day is coming. Now, this does not have to be a super expensive holiday. I know as a mom, I'm totally happy when my kids just color me a picture or like pick me some flowers or something like that from the yard. I have a Mother's Day gifts under $5 blog post I can link here below, and I'll see if I have anything else on the blog, and I'll link all that below in the description. And don't forget that you can get my May Budget Buster freebie. That is also linked in the description below. You can get all 12 months and put that in your budget binder, and hopefully this will help jog your memory every month when you sit down to do your budget so you don't forget any of these budget busters on your list. Memorial Day food and fun. So Memorial Day is coming. I can't believe school is out in like 4 weeks. And Memorial Day, you know, people want to do barbecues, have people over. So if you are planning a little backyard get together or a camping trip or a weekend at a hotel or something like that, make sure you include that in your budget. Summer camps and activity fees and summer childcare. If you have kids that are in school and you work full-time, you need to make sure you have childcare arrangements. Last year I was still working full-time at the practice, or part-time at least at the practice, so I was trying to find as many affordable camps that I could get them in so that we could have, you know, as affordable as possible of childcare. This year I'm going to try to stay home and find more fun and frugal activities in the backyard and little affordable day trips for us to do to museums, parks, and things like that. Splash pads are amazing because they're usually free if you have any in your area. I have a lot of ideas like this on my blog, so anything I can find for affordable summer fun, I am going to link below. I think I also have like a summer bucket list printable that's really cute. I'm gonna find that and put it in the description box below as well. Graduation gifts and parties. If you have anyone graduating in your family, don't forget, send a card. You can get 50-cent cards at Dollar Tree. I highly recommend to always get your cards at Dollar Tree. That's where we always get ours because they're 50 cents. It's amazing. Even with the new increase to $1.25, the cards are still 50 cents. Lawn care and gardening. Your lawn is probably growing, starting to grow, and you need someone to mow if you don't do it yourself or are unable to do it yourself. Of course, like my husband's super stubborn. He's like, I'm gonna mow it to save money. So he does all the mowing, and we actually found like a really cheap mower on like Facebook Marketplace or something like that. So always check Facebook Marketplace when you're looking for anything, because you can probably find it there for way cheaper than in the store. We check that for Christmases, birthdays, everything. So make sure you check that before you go buy. Summer vacation, if you haven't started planning, it's time to start planning so you can budget and stay on your budget. Now, if you are deeply in debt or struggling to make ends meet, this is definitely not the time to put a lavish summer vacation on a credit card. There are so many fun things you can do in and around your hometown, like find a national park and do a day trip or go camping or something like that. Even backyard camping could be really fun. Last summer, we actually did a staycation. We live in Fort Worth, Texas, and so we just went over to Dallas, which was like a 30-minute drive, and we did a hotel for 2 nights that had a really cool pool. So we didn't even need to leave the hotel. We went out to eat like twice, and kids stayed in the pool the entire day. So it was a very affordable vacation. You just look at whatever hotel is on sale and has a cool pool, and you've got a family vacation for really cheap. Wedding season is also here, so if you have family members that are getting married or you're going to be a bridesmaid or something, you know that can get really expensive. So make sure that you include that in your budget. And let's not forget about Father's Day. This month is Mother's Day, but next month will be Father's Day. So don't forget about Dad. And again, just like Mother's Day, it doesn't have to be an expensive holiday. You might need to be updating your wardrobe with a few items. Personally for me, I will just shop my closet and try to like look at Pinterest and try to come up with some new outfits from what I already have. But the kids, they outgrow their clothes like every day. So I will definitely need to be putting in a shopping trip very soon for new kids' clothes because they don't fit in anything they wore last summer, of course. And then 4th of July weekend will be here before you know it, and that can be a big travel, a big expense holiday. I hope these May budget busters will help you when you start working on your budget. I also have tons of videos talking about how to start doing a zero-based budget, debt snowball tips, and all of those things. I'll link a few very helpful videos in the description box below. Thank you again so much for hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget to grab your free May Budget Busters printable, and I will see you guys in the next one.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so